Hey, what's up, everybody? So you have now tuned into my Black Ink Crew recap. At first, I wasn't sure if I was going to do my recaps this week because it's my birthday week, but I was like, you know what? These are my shows, and I'm going to watch them anyway, so I might as well talk about it. What I got better to do, than just sit in the house and do nothing. So, we are going to talk about it, honey. First of all, let's do our shout-outs real quick. Shout out to So Bugle. I hope I said that name right. Who said great recap, and I definitely appreciate you supporting my channel as well as supporting my other channel. I be seeing you, supporting my beauty videos as well. I know you probably don't really watch beauty videos like that, but I still appreciate you coming over from time to time and showing your support. Other person I'm gonna give a shout out to is Purple Haze, who said Walter is really chill and funny most times. This was if not the first time, it's been a long time since he went off. Yeah, that's true, because he did go off. It's been a minute since we seen Walter really get crazy like that. And that's how you know when he's real passionate about something, because normally he's the funny guy. He's the guy that jokes around and is just mad, cool. He makes everybody laugh. He's always saying something sarcastic or something funny. Alright, so let's talk about this episode. There was a whole lot that was going on. So Young Bae, she lets all of us know that she was married. I mean, she mentioned it before that she was actually married for 5 years. It goes a little bit more into her backstory. She was with dude for 5 years. She loves him and everything like that. Then she goes to his shop one day, looks at the security cam and sees him doing the next chick. Some basic broad. So she was over it, and she made him get a divorce from her real quick after that. Sign the papers and stuff, because she just wasn't having it. And she said that really hurt her and made her not want to really trust people too, because that was the only family that was real close to her. When you don't really have love like that, because she mentioned she didn't really have love from her dad and how he was crazy and all that stuff. She moved to America or whatever, and he was the only person that was her family that was here for her, that was in America. So that had to be tough for her. She also, I know later on they did mention that she's trying to get her citizenship or whatever, and she's like, F Trump. I'm like, I feel you, girl. Sky and Walter, they're ready to try to get her a new boo thing, because it's all cobwebbed up down there. She hasn't had anybody in a minute. She said it's been a year since she's been divorced. So they started looking on Tinder, swiping left and right to see who's up on there. They do find somebody that just so happens to be a match. So they set her up to get a date or whatever. Sky's she's good at finding other people's relationships, but she's not too good at getting something for herself. Which sometimes that happens. It's just how some people's better at giving advice than actually taking and receiving that advice. Because they do the worst things for themselves, but for other people, they good. They got them, Teddy goes to see Cesar, and they're talking about what went down last week, which I thought that it was actually last week, but it was the same exact day, which we're going to learn from Dutchess in a little bit. But yeah, they was talking, they was in the car, and he was the worst part is that Dutchess' sister and her brother was at the shop when this crackhead chick came talking about, oh, you got my sister pregnant or whatever. First of all, it's not even you. Why you even coming over here? And he's moved way past that point. He cheated before, but that's not when he was engaged and this serious. That was when they was girlfriend and boyfriend. Yeah, it was still bad, but it wasn't he wasn't at this level. There's levels to this love is what he trying to say. And he feels she pretty much just blew it out of proportion. She didn't really talk to him. She just kind of left, say she was going back to North Carolina with her family. And of course he's how could you do something like that? And he's she's the type of person that when she feels she's right about something, even if she's wrong, she gonna stick with it because she's real stubborn. While they was talking, she actually did call him, and she was just I'm going to a hotel. I can't do this. I don't really want to talk. And while she was talking to him, you could hear that she was really crying because she's letting all this stuff to get to her. I guess at the end of the day, you don't know what to believe when somebody cheated before, And on top of that, a baby, that's another big thing. And remember, she did lose her baby. So that's 3 big things right there. And what else? And plus her family was there. You know, her family, the crew. So it's not like it's a secret. Like something they could try to like sweep under the rug and act like it didn't happen. Like the whole entire world saw it go down. So yeah, it's crazy, y'all. So yeah, she sounded like she was crying, and even Teddy looked like he was starting to get emotional when he was hearing her talk to him. He's like, damn, like, I was like, oh snap, Teddy got some feelings. You know, usually he's the one saying the worst things about Dutchess. I was surprised that he was actually, you know, talking about he was feeling bad about that. So now that Cesar's all depressed and stuff, guess who he's calling back to the shop? Teddy. Good old Teddy. I can't do it by myself. You're my family. I need you to come back. And of course, he gonna come back, you know. He probably knew, like, I gotta be here for Cesar because at the end of the day, this is my shot. Like, you know, people will do things for you if you're there for them. And you hold them down. And if you show them that they can rely on you. And that's exactly kind of like what he was showing him. He was listening to him and just kind of giving his little bit of feedback and support. You know, that's real big with a lot of people. So when they showed this scene with Dutchess, like I said, they let us know that, well, she kind of let us know with her little monologue that it was the same day that it had happened. So of course, I mean, wounds are gonna be fresh. You're not gonna really want to talk to this person. You kind of like have to get your head together and things like that. So that's what she was doing in the hotel, like, you know, just feeling sorry for herself and just like, you know, crying and just letting her negative thoughts get the best of her. So Sky, she's being like super weird now. She's overdoing it with the whole, like, I'm getting surgery because I got money now. I mean, like, people get money and they don't know how to act, y'all. I swear. They want to cut up themselves and do all kind of stuff. Like, didn't y'all hear Kanye West's song when he was like how fame and money pretty much kills his mother because she wanted to get this surgery because they had money now, and that's what you do when you in Hollywood. I forgot what song it was. If y'all know the song, put it down below because I want to download it again. But yeah, like, he be spitting some real truth. Kanye, like, y'all think he's crazy, but he is a genius, y'all. He's smart. Anyways, before y'all start debating me like Kanye crazy or something like that, let's get back to the topic. So yeah, what she's doing, she's talking about she wants to get her vagina rejuvenated. She wants to get she pum pum fix up, okay? And she wants to go to Dr. Miami and let him fix it up because she said 2 kids came out of there, whatever. I guess it's a slack situation. And she want to get it fixed up. So she's going to him to go and do that. And and she asks Miss Kitty and Young Bae to take, I guess, molds of their vagina so she can bring one of them with her. She chooses to bring Miss Kitty's because she said that Miss Kitty got a nice little pum pum. So I guess, you know, it was nice and small and cute. So that's the one that she wanted to look like. She dead had the kit, y'all. I was like, this is weird. Like, is that stuff even hypoallergenic? Like, you putting all that stuff up in there, it's gonna be all clogged up. Like, girl, you better go wash that off. You don't want that stuff up in there too long. So yeah, Dutchess, she set up a date to meet up with Cesar. But this was like an epic fail. Like, I can't even blame Cesar for this. I blame Dutchess. Because Dutchess, like I said, she set up the date. But how you set up a date without confirming with somebody? It's like you feel like just because you said jump, they're going to automatically jump. That doesn't always happen in the real world. Like, things come up and people get busy. Like, yeah, you're his top priority, but he is a businessman as well. He's a father as well. So things happen. So she's dead sitting down at the spot. She texting him. He ain't texting back. She's calling him. He's not answering. It's going straight to voicemail. So she's like, yo, like, if you really wanted to be my, you know, get things back together, I'm ready to talk. If you really wanted to do this, then you would be here right now. And she leave a message talking about I left you a text message, or I messaged you like an hour ago or something like that in order for you to be here, and you're not here. And I'm just like, okay, you didn't actually speak to him. You don't know if he saw the message. You don't know if he listened to your voicemail. but yet you go straight to the shop to wait for him. Like, who does that? It's like you set yourself up for failure. Like, first of all, you need to confirm. Like, he could be doing a tattoo. Maybe he got bookings. Like, you don't know what he's doing right now. Like, something could have came up that was real big. He's not going to, like, just dash with everything just to come and, you know, talk to you. I mean, yeah, he wants to get you back, but still, you know, like, I just felt like I couldn't be mad at Cesar, and I couldn't feel sorry for her because she kind of set herself up there. So she's feeling some type of way, and you know, when people feel some type of way, especially women, we tend to act up, because I know I do. I mean, if I feel like you don't give a about me, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want to do. And if I think that you might care about what I do, I'm going to make it big and broad so that you could be real pissed about it too. You know, like, on some real effed up type of situation. I mean, I've gotten a lot better, but that's what I used to do. That's my backsliding days, back in the day. So, yeah, that's pretty much like I feel like she's about to do. Well, that's what I felt like she was about to do at that point, because she just seemed like she was just pissed off and upset about it. So Donna, she's been hustling and bustling. She's ready to move out of Sky's house. So I know it's kind of bittersweet, because I know Sky's probably going to be lonely, because she already said she don't really got nobody. But then at the flip side, it's like you want your privacy. You don't necessarily want, you know, somebody freeloading off of you, breaking your stuff and not following the rules that you have set in your house. I feel like you would more be compromising for a family member or for a significant other. So, yeah, Donna's moving out. She also gives her some tea, her and her friend. She tells them that this dude is dead stalking her baby father. And I'm like, wasn't her baby father a good guy? I remember him from last season. But no, there's a mystery man. Well, not a mystery anymore. There's a guy from her past called Red that she actually is one of her kids' baby father. But she don't really claim him because he crazy. And she said that he almost, like, when he found out that she was pregnant, he was like, oh, the baby's not his. They had a paternity test done, came out to be his, and then he, like, left because he didn't want to get charged for statutory rape because she was only, like, 14 at the time. But she said, like, he was real vicious. Like, he's on some Lucifer joint. Like, the devil is what she thinks of him. She's like, she's not scared of many people or many things, but this dude scares the crap out of her. And he had the audacity to actually show up at the shop later on in the episode. And you could tell she was scared. Like, she tried to, like, avoid him and just, like, not say anything to him. And I remember, like, somebody used to make me feel like that sometimes. Like, not necessarily that I was scared of them, but I would try to avoid getting into certain things with them because I knew that it would escalate and get crazy. So I would try my best to, like, if they felt some type of way or I felt it getting hot, like, I would try to, like, not say nothing. But that person would, like, push me to that point where even if I tried to, like, kind of, like, you know, diffuse the situation by being quiet or not saying anything, it would make him get riled up even more and try to fight me. So, you know, I can definitely relate to, like, how she was kind of feeling. Like, she seemed like she was getting anxiety and everything. She tried to, like, get away. She even asked the security to come. And when young Bae went to give her her purse, dude was looking at her like, oh, stop shaking your head. She's like, it's my hair. I could shake my head. I'm like, girl, these people might be crazy. I don't know if you should, you know, go after this one. You know, pick and choose your battles wisely. And then he's like, oh, you don't even know. He's like, you better stop before I show my true colors. So you could tell, like, dude got some anger issues. Then Walter came out and was talking to him, and he was saying something about, I'm a man. So you could tell he seems like the male chauvinist type that just anything he says goes and you just gotta shut your mouth. And she probably is kind of like reverting back to that younger person that she used to be, and she sees all that craziness that went down. Like, a lot of times that can happen even with, like, a family or a parent that used to abuse you or something. When you see them after all these years, it's like you just get that fear back where you're like, oh my God, you know, you don't even want to be around them. You're scared to talk because you remember how they used to make you feel. And he talks to Walter, and he's like, Walter's just like, yo, either you need to leave because my sister over there, she's real upset. And he was like, or I'm gonna have to call the police. So he was like, I'm ready to leave. And he was like, but the next time it's not gonna be nice. So I'm like, homeboy's making threats right now. Like, y'all should really like take that into consideration, because now he really know where your job is. So you gotta be careful with that one. He talked about he had to get a private investigator in order to find her. Like, what you finding her for? She don't even have the kids, so there's no reason for you to even contact her if that's what you're trying to do. Like, if you want the kids so badly, then go and do what you gotta do on your own time, you know? So, what happened after that? Mr. Fix-It, they had like a little Halloween party, and Mr. Fix-It, aka Teddy, and Miss Kitty, they decide that Cesar is looking too rompy in the corner. Rompy, that's a word? Rompy? Well, we just made up a word if it's not. Rompy in the corner, so she decides to get a stripper to come do her thing and clap that booty over there. But he wasn't feeling it. He was like, he just shook her hand like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm sorry. Like, no, I'm not in the mood for this. I was just like, dang, he not getting caught out there on camera. He like, nah, boo, y'all ain't catching me tonight. So she could be like, we didn't even break up, and you want to talk about you not, you having strippers dancing on you on social media, because you know that's going to be everywhere. So he like, nah, y'all ain't catching me tonight. I already had a bad situation last season with that girl that he was taking pictures with. I did not catch me. So yeah, he basically was like, nah. But they had their own little fun, their own little party time. I was surprised they did it at 125th Street, because normally they have the parties and stuff at the other spot. But I guess they switched it up for the night. Dutchess ended up sending him the ring for like the second time. Last time it was the old ring, I think. Now this is the new ring, the upgraded ring. She done send it back. It's cute too. I looked at it up close and personal. I was like, okay, I see you, Cesar. So yeah, she sent back the ring to him, and on top of that, she sent him a letter, like pretty much saying she don't think it's gonna work, and he doesn't care, and all this other BS. And he's just like, you know what? He's at the point where it's just whatever, because how could you leave because of some like chick that you don't even know anything about? You know, like, how do you even care about me? This is the second time you did something like that. Like, you're not really about to die. You're not. I mean, that's a tough situation, because I could say I understand where both of them is coming from. And to be honest, like, being a woman, knowing that you was cheated on before and it was like unprotected, it kind of puts thoughts in your head where you're like, can I really trust him? Because he kind of didn't really admit it in the beginning, I don't think, if I remember correctly from last time either, when she threw out all of his shoes and stuff in the front porch. So knowing that he did that before, and he was going so hard, like trying to pretend like he didn't do it, how can you believe somebody? And then he lied again with the whole thing with that chick, that Vixen girl, with the pictures and stuff like that, and where his hands was all over her and all that. So it kind of makes you feel like, is he lying about this? It's hard to trust when you don't have any like evidence, you don't have any backstory, there's no proof anywhere to find out. I mean, I would have dead asked the girl, like, where's your sister at? Like, if you want to tell me something. See, I feel like Dutchess didn't handle that correctly, but I think she was so shocked and embarrassed that she didn't even ask the girl any type of questions. Like, you coming up to me, nah, you need to have some more facts than that. Like, we gonna talk about this. Let me know, like, you know, some hardcore facts. Let me see some doctor visits. You know, let me see something that lets me know that this is true. Let me see some photographs. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she didn't clarify and probe. You know, she didn't ask enough questions. So those are pretty much the things that happened. I don't know where their situation stand, because for next week it looked like he gonna be talking to some next chick from Miami, some tattoo girl. She doing a tattoo for him. But they also said something about he had a car accident and it was fatal. I don't know, because they hung up the phone before she even could, like, kind of clarify the whole situation. I mean, obviously, I didn't hear about him dying, so I'm assuming that he's okay. But, you know, that's crazy. And imagine he was with the other girl. Like, that's even worse, because if she finds out that's going to probably be the icing on the cake. I mean, I don't even know if they back together now. I don't really follow many people on social media, like celebs and stuff, because sometimes I just don't want the extra tea. You know what I mean? I don't want to see the spoilers. I want to kind of pretend like there is no such thing as Instagram or there's no such thing as Twitter and I don't know what's going on. But once in a while, I like to know, you know, the little backstory. Y'all be telling me little things here and there, but not too much, you know? But thanks for watching, guys. Definitely make sure to check out my Bad Girls Club. Also, my Love and Hip Hop review, the reunion. We have one more episode. And then we going into Atlanta, ATL, y'all. So I'm excited about that. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.